Hey, my name is Wagner, and I'm here with Tim Evans, the owner of Fit for Life 24, and Joey Garris, one of our top producing trainers here at Fit for Life. And we have been asking members about general health questions that they may have that we can get you guys to answer for us. So, a couple of the questions that they've started off with are pretty basic, but they're really great questions. And one of those is, how much should we be exercising?
When it's dependent upon the person, I always say, if when you're coming in exercise, and I always tell clients the least amount for his weight training they should do at least 2 times a week. But when I meet with each client, each person is individually different, and depending upon how much weight you need to lose, depending upon what your goal is going to probably be what we prescribe, how much weightlifting and how much cardio should you do. Exercising every day in some form is always good, but the variety of what exercises you do for its weight training and cardio really depend upon the goals that you want to reach.
Okay. And Joey, remind me again, I think our caloric intake, we need to expend more energy to reduce that. What's a healthy weight loss per week?
Healthy is 1 to 2 pounds. We have some people that have done different programs and brag about losing 5 to 6 pounds a week. And really what you're going to notice then is that's more water weight, and you can even tap into losing muscle if you're not careful, which is going to drastically reduce your metabolism in the long run. What's good and healthy is 1 to 2 pounds per week, and that way you know it's coming strictly from fat. And one big rule of thumb is we check weight as well as body fat here. So if you haven't had your body fat checked in a while, I highly recommend that.
Absolutely. Now, I also had a question that asks, is it better to do high repetitions with a lower weight, or is it better to lift a heavy weight with lower repetitions?
It is a good question, and when somebody's wanting to build size, we have guys that come in and want to put on muscle and mass, and I say that would be more of your lower weight. You got heavy weight, that's when you want to lift to put on muscle size. If you want to tone up, or you're just interested in toning and leaning up, sometimes going with your high repetition is the way to go. Again, it's dependent upon what individual goal you might have. But if somebody really wants to put on size and muscle mass, we would probably really say, hey, won't you go with heavy weight and probably take a longer rest in between each set, to where if you want to tone up and lean up, we might take your rest down maybe 15 to 30 seconds in between each set, but move at a faster pace, doing maybe more sets with lighter weights.
So if I'm doing weight training, am I burning more calories versus doing cardio training? Is there a difference in those two?
Well, one of the big misconceptions is that, the way to burn a ton of calories is do cardio. And I've seen so many people over the years come in and not do weight training. Well, what we want to do when we do weight training, we're trying to build lean muscle. That's one of the biggest keys to burning fat. You've noticed people that are large and have a lot of muscle, and you notice a lot of times they're really lean and do very little cardio. And the reason is they build enough muscle mass to speed up their metabolism. So it's a combination of both. You want to do the cardio for fat burning as well as the, just good general health. But also don't discount weight training for burning fat as well. Weight training is a very good way to burn fat and build lean muscle.
Great. Now, before we move on to health issues, at Fit for Life, I know the weather is getting ready to turn beautiful, and so there's lots of exercises that we can do outside, such as running. And what's your favorite exercise, Tim?
Me, I like dealing with free weights more, probably dumbbells. I'm more of an old school type guy. Some people are, some people aren't. There's a lot of new things that come out, and I'm not going to discount those things. Each person is tailored. You can tailor something to each person's individual needs. And people, some people like some of the newer stuff. Me, I just like, dumbbells and putting volume on me, keeping my muscle mass. I like to deal with dumbbells and free weights a lot. So I would probably say dumbbells or free weights are my favorite things to do.
Well, and I know when the weather gets cold, we typically try and stay indoors and stay warm, and I don't like going outside and doing the running and the biking and the things like that. At Fit for Life, we've got all new cardio equipment, which each of our cardio machines have individual televisions, and so it's a little easier to get the clients on the cardio prescription when you do that.
That's true. However, when it gets cooler weather, I tend to tell my clients put their Under Armour on and be ready to go outside and work a little bit. What it does when you get cold on the outside, your body has to warm up on the inside, and that is actually another way to speed up your metabolism. So a lot of times us trainers will take people out back, we'll do some sprints, we'll do some tire flips, different things like that. Then we'll come in, grab a few sets of weights, and then back out. Type of interval training, and what this does, keeps the heart rate going, it's fun, and plus you don't stay too cold for too long by going back and forth.
All right, so talking about food, I have a couple of good questions about what we eat. Of course, we're all very healthy conscious here at Fit for Life 24. Give me some examples of how we can lower our LDL cholesterol.
That's your bad cholesterol, and actually heart disease runs in my family, so I'm well aware of the cholesterol and getting it down. It's a typical rule of thumb. You stay away from your fried and your fatty foods, and I think a lot of people know, but they don't really want to take the discipline to do. But go with healthier things like your vegetables and your fruits. And women, I see they tend to not get enough protein in their daily diets, and I also see men sometimes eat too much of the sugar carbs and some of the other carbs that might put on weight, to where you need your complex carbs for energy, like baked potatoes, sweet potatoes. Those things are used for energy that your body really does need, and also they will help you on your cholesterol levels. And also doing things like egg whites instead of using your eggs, which the regular eggs are very high in cholesterol. Using your egg whites will really kind of help lower that. So really, you want to read your labels, make sure you're taking in the right foods, and just be more aware of what you're putting in your body. If that's your temple, your body, you need to take care of it and make sure you're putting the right things in it.
About how much protein do we need to be eating per pound? Is there a rule of thumb of that?
As far as digestion-wise, somewhere between 20 and 24 grams you want to digest. And sometimes, bodybuilders and somebody who really wants to get into competition, sometimes they do a gram per pound of weight, how much weight they are. So, for instance, an example, if you're a 140-pound male, you put 140 grams of protein in. They tend to do that, but for as body digestion of the protein, it's really good to keep somewhere between the 20 and 24 grams per meal that you take in.
Okay, that's really good information. Now, Joey, I know you do a lot with nutrition as well, and you kind of counsel your clients about healthy eating habits. Give me some examples of some healthy foods that our viewers can switch out for some of the bad choices they may be making.
Well, one of the main things, we live in a society that's so focused. We're carb eaters by nature. We love our carbs, our cinnamon rolls, our breads, our pastas. And I love all those foods as well. But the big key is moderation. Just think moderation and think about what you're putting in your body. Vegetables and protein, you can't go wrong with those two. Protein's good for building lean muscle. Your veggies are usually higher in fiber. Certain fruits are a little bit better than others. You normally want to choose something like apples or berries versus a banana, pineapple, or fruits like that are higher in sugar. But you definitely want to include fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. And like I said, especially protein, and make sure you're drinking plenty of water. If you're doing those things, you can't go wrong.
How many times should we eat? I always have that question. I always wonder, do I eat 3 meals a day? Do I spread it across? Do I eat more at breakfast?
I always say when you feel a little hunger pain, you probably should satisfy that. I do have some clients who want to lose weight and believe in the method of getting only 500 calories or 1,000 calories in a day. What happens? Your body go into a starvation mode, and actually you're actually really defeating the purpose you're in here. Your body's eating muscle up. So they think they're doing. You ever heard of skinny fat analogy? Mm-hmm. But that's what you're looking at, because the body's going to eat the muscle. What you want to do is be sensible. Food's not bad. Joey hit a important part. Is moderation is a big key. And you know what? If you're going to eat fruits or you want to eat anything you might not think that's got more a healthier choice, try to eat that more in the morning or mid-morning, and then maybe in the evening really taper down and worry about, I almost worry about my dinner more than I do my breakfast for us, what I eat, because you go to bed at night, your metabolism slows down. What we don't want to do is put something heavy on our stomach. Sometimes even a steak that's real heavy for your body to digest, go with something lighter like a fish, a tuna, which is easy to digest along with a vegetable. It is fiber, it's a vegetable. Your body would totally digest that, easy to go right through your body. So that's something smarter to go with, especially if you're trying to get to some of your goals as far as leaning.
That's some really good points. And I know I'm a busy mom, so I typically run around all afternoon. Do you guys have any healthy fast food choices that you really could encourage our members to go pick up and our viewers, instead of picking up that cheeseburger maybe?
Oh, definitely. Most places these days are starting to lean towards having healthy choices or healthy alternatives. Anytime you're out, grilled chicken's always a better, choice than fried chicken. One little tip that I like to do as far as cutting carbs, and not to promote them too much, but like your Chick-fil-A or somewhere like that, get you a grilled chicken sandwich, but toss the bun, ask for extra lettuce, wrap that chicken sandwich into lettuce, and get a fruit cup instead of the fries. Then you pretty much lowered your carbs, you've got your veggies, and you got your protein. as well as your
That's a
fruit.
good point, and I absolutely love those chicken sandwiches.
Well, that's a good point. Now, a lot of times, too, on the bread, the wheat bread is not a bad choice to go with. And I take the outer crust of the wheat bread and I peel that off. That seems to be more of where your carbs and stuff is relocated around that. So I peel that off and I eat more of the center. And I know people probably say, God, you do all that. But just when somebody's being real specific, if they want to hit a goal, you have got to make small changes to get there. And if somebody comes into the gym and have to lose 100 pounds, man, but just by exercising and cutting your calories down by 500, you're going to lose weight. I'm talking about people who probably, it's really hard for them to lose weight. A lot of people come to us and they want to lose 10 pounds, but they're not even obese at all. They actually look good for their body, what their bone structure and their body height and weight is, but you can't tell them that. So instantly we want to put them on a food regimen. They have to be so strict to get where they need to be at, and they don't understand that. So you do have to be real careful what you eat. But also I'll get a plain baked potato sometimes. If you, some locations might have, you know, like you said, like I said, the baked potato, some vegetables. You got to be careful in your salads. Sometimes the salads are too big. With all that salad dressing, you can have promote calories up to 700 to 800, and you don't want to eat 700 to 800 worth of calories in one meal setting. So the smart thing to do is cut it in half. Go ahead and do it when you get it, because if it sits in front of you, you're going to keep nibbling. Go ahead and put it in that box so you can take it home. Sometimes I even get buffalo bites at Bojangles. I'm careful with the grease. You can take your napkin, you can actually pat the grease off of it to help you. So there are healthier choices. Every place you go, whether it be turkey, whether it be chicken. I mean, you can go to New Jersey Mike's, get a mini sub, a wheat bread with extra turkey. Anywhere you go, you can make healthier choices. Are you willing to make those choices to get where you need to be at? That's a question you have to ask yourself.
It's funny you said that. I had buffalo bites last night, but you hit on a very interesting point, and one very important point, and that's the small changes. Don't try to get 20% body fat off in one day. Nobody's going to do that. It's those small choices and staying on point each and every day. You know, just staying towards your, you know, short-term goals, and that's going to help you reach your long-term goals.
We've got some great answers to some of our viewers' questions, and we are going to be answering questions for each of our shows. So if you have questions for our trainers or for the staff at Fit for Life 24, send us an email, post it on our Facebook page. Our webpage is fitforlife24.com.